They waited for us to get on the air, and Connor Canizero does the honors 9 seconds after we jump on with Denver's first goal on the first possession of the day for the Pioneers. Here comes a shot on the way, and a great job turned away by Alex Reddy. Patrick McCormick on the shot. On the rebound, Luke Goldstock thought he had one, and that one stopped as well. Patrick McCormick actually threw his hands up as if he was celebrating a goal. Loose ball here, a scramble, and it's finally scooped up by North Carolina. Here's Cloutier out in front of deep and puts one over the head of Alex Reddy and scores, and we are all even at 1 goal apiece. Check that. Oh, it is both penalties against Denver, so it is 2 men down now for the Pioneers. And here's the first shot of the opportunity. He's going to net the first lead of the day for North Carolina. Luke Goldstock, about 12 yards away, fires home past the shoe tops with Alex Reddy. And Carolina into the lead for the first time today. It's 2-1. Patrick Kelly's in possession right now. Fires one cutting in front of a Pioneers defender. I think that was Tyler Pace who was on it. Fires a shot from over his left shoulder, and it rips over Alex Reddy's shoulder, and Carolina is out in front 3-1. Tyler Pace, far side, working against his same number, Brett Bedard. Pace to Miller. Zach Miller from right out in front fires and scores. Can't give Zach Miller that kind of space. He'll make you pay, and the Pioneers get one closer. It's 3-2. Near side, here's Miller. Miller spins off of Mark Rizzo. There he's greeted, picked up by Zach Powers. Now Miller to Pace. Pace launches, finds Bombzine, and Jack's there to put it home, and the Pioneers have drawn level. It's 3-3. Kelly over to the far side to Shane Simpson. Simpson steps in, working on Chris Hansen, one of the short 16 middies, and turns around and finds a Steve Taliaferri, who shoots, I think, kind of a screen shot that gets past Alex Reddy. And North Carolina's back in front of the 4-3 lead. North Carolina starting to tighten things. There's a feed right out in front and spinning, shooting all in one motion. Peyton Sawinski, who finds the back of the net. Penalty flag thrown after that goal was scored. And here comes Simpson. Simpson going to work against Pace. Simpson reels around one man. Now turns around and finds Patrick Kelly, who launches from about a step or two inside the restraining line and bounces one past Alex Reddy, changed the eye level, and Carolina with its biggest lead of the day now is 6-3. Miller to Pace once more. Tyler launches through, finds Brendan Bomberry, and puts it over the shoulder of Balcom, and Denver doesn't get the goal on the man-up chance. I believe the clock gets run out, but the Pioneers get the goal nonetheless. It's now a 6-4 North Carolina lead. Here's Tyler Pace with the opening look of the third quarter, and he's got the Pioneers back to within one. Rocket that had barely a centimeter more to spare to get to the highest of top shelves, and that goal behind Brian Balcom, and it does so, and the Pioneers are back to within one. It is now a 6-5 Carolina lead. Slow trot behind the cage for Steve Pontrello near the end line. That's out toward the near side post. Spins around, finds a feed behind the cage, and there waiting is Chris Cloutier, who steps out in front. Nobody was there to pick him up. And one-on-one with Alex Reddy. Cloutier fights it home, and Carolina with the lead back to 2 goals. It's a 7-5 advantage for the Target. The call goes against Bedard, and the Pioneers will get a man-up chance that is now ticked down to 20 seconds remaining. Here's Miller on the shot, and he scores. Zach Miller alone in space and makes up for the goal waved off just a minute ago. Puts one in the corner, and the Pioneers get it down to a 1-goal deficit once more with 8:29 to go here in the third. It's 7-6 Carolina. Connor turns around, finds Jack Bombzine, who spins around the far side and bounces one home. And we are all even again. Jack Bombzine into the goal column to level this thing at 7-7 here with 7:41 to go in the third. Zach Miller finds Jack Bombzine far side, and Bombzine from over his right shoulder gives the Pioneers their first lead since this was a 1-0 game in the first. It's now an 8-7 Denver advantage. Goldstock tried to find somebody in front, was unable to do so. Instead, he'll circle out toward the near sideline, spin and fire one back to Taliaferri. Now to Shane Simpson to the near side. Goldstock lines one and scores. And controlling the rebound, here come the Tar Heels the other direction for a second. Brett Bedard had it, and he slipped it, fell, and now here comes Tyler Pace. Pace, all alone, steps out in front, fires and scores, split a pair of defenders, and he puts the Pioneers out in front. It's a 9-8 Denver lead. And now here's Connor Canizero. Stepped around a fallen Tar Heels defender and now finds Zach Miller, who bounces one and scores. I don't even know how that feed got through to Miller. And now here's a shot over the shoulder from a no-business angle. Michael Taliaferri took a feed, stepped away from one Pioneer defender, and fires one past Alex Reddy, who I don't think saw it coming. Might have been screened. And that one flips home, and North Carolina's got it back down to 2 goals. It's now 11-9 Denver lead. Taliaferri now working against Thomas. Bridging from left to right, it bounces a shot from about 10 yards away, and somehow that gets through everybody and past Alex Reddy, and it is a one-goal game with 3:35 to go here in the fourth. Boutier now to Goldstock, who's outside the box and steps in. Goldstock finds a cutting Patrick Kelly, who turns around and puts him past Reddy, and we are all even at 11-11 with 2:12 to go here in the fourth. Trello sprints around from behind the cage, fires a shot. Nobody there to pick him up, and he beats Alex Reddy. And North Carolina has the lead back. It's 12-11 Tar Heels. Pace sprinting, handoff feed to Zach Miller. Miller now a bouncing shot from Canizero that bounces over the goal now. 15 seconds to go. It's snared by Pace. Pace to Miller. Miller fires and scores! Trevor Baptiste, very, very good in key face-off situations against that long stick of Jack Rowlett. In the final moments of the fourth quarter, and Trevor in a big spot right here. Sudden death period opens with 4 minutes on the clock. We are ready and off and rolling. Trevor wins it to himself, scoops it up, and the Pioneers will get the first chance. Sprinting back kind of toward his own goal, he'll launch it to Alex Reddy. Reddy will spin it to Chris Hampton. Hampton finds Christian Bergdorf, and Bergdorf able to get it to Tyler Pace, who brings it over midfield to Austin French. 3:35 to go now here in overtime. Connor Donahue is out there. He's got it. Far side behind the cage. Now spun out up top to Zach Miller. Tyler Pace near side. Back to Miller. Back to Austin French over on the far side. Far side corner behind the cage, Donahue. To Canizero. Now we got a whistle and a timeout called by the Pioneers. Man, if your heart's not pounding watching the final few minutes of this game, don't know what to tell you. In a matchup between two top 10 teams, Denver with a goal with 9 seconds left to send this thing to overtime, and a heck of a finish upcoming. But when Matt Brown had to get his offense ready with about 28 seconds remaining, that final timeout of the fourth quarter, drew up a play that got Denver onto the scoreboard with a game-tying goal with 9 seconds left. Trevor Baptiste now with 20 or more face-off victories for the 6th time in his career. Trevor's got 21 in total today after getting the one to start overtime. Crucial. That's always such a huge stat no matter what, but going against a team as talented at the face-off X as Carolina, 21 of 28 for Trevor today. The scientist, as Bill Tierney called him last week. Off the timeout, here we go. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Austin French has it, trotting around, circling in a wide arc behind the cage. Now sprinting out, working against Jake Mathai, huge defenseman, and finding Connor Canizero, launches from about 12 yards out and beats Brian Balcom, and the Denver Pioneers explode off of the sideline with a 13-12 overtime victory over the Tar Heels. Our final score from Fetzer Field, the Pioneers improve to an unbeaten 5-0 and will head to South Bend perfect on the year. The final, Denver 13, Carolina 12. Pioneer postgame coming up next on ESPN Denver 1600.